Hello and welcome to today's video, where I will show you how to add a button in Android Studio the easy way. First, you have to open Android Studio and create a new project. Choose phone and tablet and select empty activity. Click Next. Choose the name of the project, the package name, save location. Very important programming language, leave Java. It might be Kotlin selected, but make sure you have Java. And then the minimum SDK. If you're not sure about this, I have posted the previous video explaining a bit more. You click Finish, and you wait for the project to load. Once the project has loaded completely, you can move to the next stage, which is adding the button. And for this, you open the activity main XML file. And let's make a bit more room. And you can see these two displays. Actually, this is because I have selected to have both the design and the blueprint displayed at the same time. So this is my main activity, the main screen of the device, if you want. And as you can see, it's not completely empty. It has something already placed. And this is a text view containing the text "Hello World." Here on the right side, I will just write size. And from the text size attribute, I will increase the text size to, let's say, 34. Now it's easier for you to see it. And these arrows that you see around, these are the constraints, because this is a constraint layout. I will not go into details about layouts and how to build them at this time. There will be a different video later on about building a user interface. But for now, just keep in mind you have an object which has some constraints set. We will pick the button. You just drag it and you drop it here on the screen. And just like the text view, you have to set some constraints for this button. So you just drag and drop the arrow from the button to the sides of the screen. Now you have the constraints set for left and right, and one relative to the text view. The problem is that now the button and the text view are very close to each other. So what I will do, with the button being selected, still selected, I just go to the attributes and increase here the distance between itself and the text view. Now, there is something else which I've noticed. The button has a very small text and it might be hard to read. So again, I will search for size, text size attribute, and increase this as well. Probably you want to change the text of the button. And for this, you search for text. And you see the text here. And I will change it to press here. As you can see, the button now has the press here text displayed. And there is one more thing that we have to do, and that's setting the method which will be executed when the user presses the button. For this, we type on click, and we find here this attribute. We will type in a name, and this name can be whatever you want. This will be the name of the method executed when the user will touch this button, will click the button. I usually say on click button. Now, what we want to do is just to make sure we have this attribute selected, added to the code. I switch to code, and I can see here the button has the onClick method indicated. It is underlined with red because at this point, this method is not yet created, is not yet defined here in the main activity Java. So I just change my view to the main activity. And let's just write this method. I will increase the text size so you can see better. What I will do, I will just say public void on click button. This is the name that I've selected. I will say view and view. Don't worry too much about this. I will explain later on, but just know that we have to include this class. You can or import it. If you have a look up here, now we have the class imported and there's no more error. The next thing to do is just to link to the text view. For this, we have text view and we'll give it a name. Okay, let's add this class as well. So we've imported this class as well. And then we can just say find view by ID. And we indicate the resource ID. And you can see the text view. You just click it and this is it. Now the text view is referred and we can just say text view and set text method. And we will say hello Android. What we've done is just change the text inside the text view from whatever it was before, hello world, to whatever we want, which is hello Android. This is all there is to it. We've just added the button, defined the method, and now we can test to see how it works. For this, we press the run button, but just make sure you have a virtual device already configured. If you don't know how to do that, watch the previous video, or just a quick reminder, you go to Device Manager and then create device and add it to the list. Okay, pressing run. This will take a bit of time, so I will just pause the recording and continue once it's already loaded. As you can see, the app is already installed in the emulator. And this is my virtual device. And this is the application that we've just constructed, already loaded. Now, the text view says hello world. However, when we press here, the text should change to hello Android. Let's see. And here you are, hello Android. This is just a very simple example showing you what I believe to be the easiest way to add and use a button in Android.